She ain't born, then she born.
The FBI says it is searching roadways near Tucson as part of its investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie, who has not been seen this month. In a new statement, the Phoenix office of the FBI
has not been seen this month. I mean, that's just a scarier way to put it. I mean, it's only been 11 days, but damn, son. Like, no one's seen her in a month. You know?
It says numerous agents are conducting an extensive search along multiple roadways in the Catalina foothills area. This is where Nancy's home is. The Bureau goes on to ask all media and motorists to follow traffic laws and remain especially cautious when passing law enforcement personnel near the roadways.
Damn, son, like they're looking for the roadway still. I feel like that's just such a terrible sign that they're looking in the roadways. Like, I mean, maybe they're just covering their bases. And look, just because the leader of the FBI is an idiot and he purged a bunch of people and replaced them with idiots doesn't mean that there aren't still competent people in the FBI. But like the executive leadership is so dysfunctional that I feel like the I's and the T's aren't getting crossed, which is like what you need for a situation like this. Like, motherfucker, they released the video of the guy and they still haven't found him yet. You know, I truly believe that they're going to find him because someone's going to turn him in, right? Someone's going to recognize him. Someone's going to turn him in. That's usually how these things go. But what the hell? I mean, it's not rocket science. Like, you can't get somebody that kidnapped an old lady in Tucson. Like, this isn't high espionage stuff, or at least it doesn't seem like it on its face.
The development comes as a man who says he was detained and questioned overnight in Guthrie's disappearance has been released. This morning, CBS News spoke to a man who simply went by Carlos of Rio Rico, Arizona, who says he was pulled over and held.
He's probably an illegal. Also, too, let me correct my language because I don't like it when they call, oh, they're illegal, they're illegal, they're illegal. You know, it's just a dehumanization tactic. You know, he could be undocumented. He was like, Carlos, yeah. Even if he's not, like, you're just being Hispanic, like, yeah, keep my name out the fucking news, yo. I'll tell you what I saw, but don't identify me.
Hours by authorities investigating Guthrie's disappearance. Carlos's mother-in-law confirmed to reporters that investigators searched her home last night as part of their probe into him. After being released, Carlos told reporters, including our Andres Gutierrez, that he doesn't know who Guthrie is or why law enforcement thought he might be connected to her kidnapping.
Yeah, they just like, yo, maybe it was this brown guy. It's like, nope, that's a delivery driver. Yo, I mean, I almost made a video last night about it, but I knew that whoever they caught, not going to be the right guy. Same thing with the Charlie Kirk shit. And the thing is like, this is the first guy they even questioned. This is the first guy they even questioned, and he's the DoorDash driver. How is that not the person that you hit up like day one? If you're completely bereft of leads, yo, like, yo, oh my God, it's ridiculous.
And you don't even know who the lady is? Do you know who Savannah Guthrie
is? Nah, bro. I don't know shit about this shit, bro. I'm just fucking Hispanic, bro. I live in Arizona, bro. So they assumed it was me. His facial hair doesn't even fucking match the video. Like, I know that like detective work is difficult, right? And I know that I'm probably discounting the work that the FBI does, but goddamn, can they not figure this shit out? I feel like they have the cards stacked in their favor. We live in a surveillance state. Like, her blood is all over the place. Like, there's no DNA anywhere. Like, what the fuck?
Follow the news.
Right.
I don't watch.
You don't watch the Today Show.
No.
I don't watch the fucking Today Show. Look at me. What the fuck? I don't watch that drivel.
This was a complete shock.
It was.
What kind of questions were they asking you?
Nothing. They didn't ask me no questions.
So
nothing. They just had me in the car. They investigated my car and this van, and that's it. They didn't ask me.
Like, bro, like, they just said that they were talking to someone, probably just for the PR of it. Damn, they must be completely out of leads. They're saying that they didn't even ask him any fucking questions. They just detained a guy, probably was like, yo, where were you on the day of blah, 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 and then let him go. And then like, okay, we just talked to somebody, so put that in the media.
Questions, no nothing.
Did you get the other car back? Or they still have it?
No, it's right there.
Oh, they gave it back to you. So
yeah, it's like
they even gave him his whip back. It's like, yeah, like Nancy Guthrie clearly wasn't in this shit. Just give this guy his fucking car back.
I said you can go home.
Yeah.
Law enforcement has not confirmed that Carlos is the person they picked up or that the person of interest has been released. A spokesperson for the Pima County Sheriff's Department told CBS News early Wednesday Nancy Guthrie still hasn't been found. So take another look at the images authorities released yesterday, captured on Nancy's home surveillance camera. Officials say the subject appears to be armed and tampered with her doorbell camera.
I don't really see where they're saying he was armed. Like, every time I see the video, I don't see a gun on him or anything. But I'll assume that that's accurate at least. I mean, he probably used a gun to kidnap her.
Now joined by Kirk Burkhalter. He is a former NYPD detective and a criminal law professor at New York Law School. Thank you so much for being here. So let's first of all talk about this new search today, this extensive search of roadways in the
Bro, why are you frowning? I mean, it's a serious situation, whatever.
Foothills area. Could the FBI be looking for something, someone tossed out of a car window? What do you make of it?
So it's quite possible that the video has done its job as far as generating tips, and kind of seems that way given the activity yesterday evening, and now we see this expanded search. To be quite honest, they could be looking for anything. The authorities have been quite tight-lipped with regards to...
Sometimes it's not a bad thing that they're being tight-lipped. It usually means, or maybe not usually, but sometimes it means that they're really close to a suspect and they just want to make it look like they got nothing, right? But, I mean, their actions makes me think they have nothing, not what they're saying, unfortunately.
The progress of their investigation, and I would say rightly so. They certainly don't want to tip off any perpetrator, but I would think that they are looking for more forensic evidence, or so, like you said, something that may have been tossed out of a car window and so forth, as opposed to an actual person.
As a result,
man, I guess no tire tracks, no nothing. Damn, bro.
Of a tip or just normal detective work?
At this point, I would suspect it is chasing down leads that are the result of a tip or a hotline, because the authorities seem to have exhausted many of the independent investigatory leads that they developed. So I think that's why we also saw the release of the video in the first place. This was to generate some assistance from the public and tips and so forth.
I feel like they should only use that as a last resort, to be honest, because it's like I feel like you would only reach out to the public if you need to reach out to the public. And I think this kidnapping should have been an easy slam dunk for the FBI, right? You know what I mean? I don't know, unless these guys are just that good.
Got it. So let's go ahead and examine some of the photos and videos released yesterday of the subject. What jumps out to you in terms?
Also, if I saw that old lady, like if she walked right past me on the street, I would not know that was Nancy Guthrie, too. You know, not that she would. I mean, you know,
of what he's wearing, what he's carrying, that weapon that appears holstered there in front of his person around his waist.
So starting with the weapon, you know, it's a very generic holster. He is carrying the weapon towards the front. Okay. And this certainly I would tend to believe that this is someone who is not proficient in any way with firearms. You just don't see folks carrying firearms that way. Yeah.
That's an interesting clue. Yeah, that's an interesting clue, that he was wearing it wrong. I mean, like I said, these are either some super geniuses or some dumbasses, right? They're trying to pull a caper. Because the fact that he hasn't been caught this long either means that they're really good or the FBI really sucks. And there's lots of evidence that the FBI really sucks. But if it's both, if both is the case, then we might never know where this lady went, honestly. You know? Because also the Trump administration is very political. Like, if this makes them look bad, then they'll just back off of it and then stop adding fuel to the fire, you know, and just let Savannah Guthrie go on her own to try to get her mom back. You feel me?
Previously, why not just put the weapon in his pocket? Also seems a little bit unprepared.
I ain't never putting a weapon in my fucking pocket. That's how you shoot yourself in the thigh. I seen 8 Mile.
Right? You know that most homes have doorbell cameras and so forth. You think that he would have brought some type of material to cover the camera.
Yeah, like you didn't bring any material to cover your eyes or your mouth. If he covered his eyes or his mouth, they would genuinely have nothing. They would literally have nothing. Like they would genuinely have nothing if he did that. Like crazy.
that he's kind of working this out as he goes along. The backpack was rather large and looks certainly full, and I would certainly like to know what is in the backpack. But I think given we now know the height, relative size of this person, someone out there knows this person, and it's just a matter of whether they are motivated to contact the authorities.
You know, other than somebody out there knowing this person, in terms of technology and what can be accomplished in this day and age, is there still value in releasing these images even though we cannot see the person's full face?
Oh, totally. Totally. Like, this guy's mom would recognize him. This guy's girlfriend would recognize him. This guy's sister would recognize him. And the more that this is like a national story where everybody in the country has seen it, like, there's no way. And then also, too, this guy's probably local to Arizona, right? Like, probably, you know? So that just narrows it down even more. And in Arizona, it's a big story. That's why I'm covering it right now. You know? Hopefully they find this old lady, man. Like, it sucks. And I've seen people talk about, like, oh, like, you know, there's lots of kidnapping victims. Like, how come every time the white lady gets kidnapped, it's, you know, national news, stop the presses? Which is true. But still, it's sad. You know, I hope they return her safe and sound.
She ain't born, then she born.